Working on that truck on company time again, huh?
No. Because I just quit.
You gonna pay for that carburetor, ain't you?
Yeah! I'm just gonna test drive it first.
You can't test drive no carburetor.
You just watch. Which way are you heading?
Don't make no never mind which way I'm going. Guess I'm heading your way now.
Come on, get in. Come on, hurry up. Time's wasted.
I appreciate it.
You play that guitar, boy?
I might. I'm really a sign painter. Only I carry that old axe around with me, and every once in a while somebody says, "You play the guitar, boy?" I'll make myself about $5.
What's your name?
Leroy Legwaddle.
What?
Leroy Legwaddle.
Where you been?
I, just got out of jail.
What you in for?
Got drunk. Got in a fight with a fellow over a girl.
And they put you in jail for that?
The fellow was a sheriff. The girl turned out to be his wife.
Wonder they didn't keep you in jail with a name like Leroy Lockloodle.
Legwaddle.
Oh, yeah. Leroy Legwaddle. That's the confusingest damn name I ever heard in my life. Hell, with a name like that, it ain't wonder you don't amount to nothing. Who ever heard of a successful Legwaddle? Legwaddle Enterprises? Legwaddle and Associates? What's your real name, boy?
Hey, are you one of them there Texas Aggies I hear tell about?
You need something people can call you by. Something with real sterling. You take me, for instance. I didn't amount to a damn thing before I changed my name. When I changed my name to Slick Silver, boy, things started happening. Since then, I ain't never met nobody didn't remember my name was Slick Silver. Yeah, we're gonna get you a handle with some class.
Well, I'm not sure.
Strummer Golden String. Now there's a name. Ain't you lucky you came upon me?
And to think that I could have kept on going the other way.
That's right, boy. But you almost missed me. But don't you never mind, because now your luck has changed. You stick with me, boy, and I'm gonna show you a thing or two.
I bet you will.
Why, I put more fellas on their feet from New York to Los Angeles than Goodwill Industries. And don't you let this old truck fool you either, boy. It's just all part of my act. You can play poor and make more money in 15 minutes than a cotton ginner can in a week.
More than a straw boss?
Yes, sir. Why, I got 2 feet that can dance and a hand that'll shake. Why, I even made rain one time. Why, I feel more like I do now than I ever have in my life. And Strummer, you just might be part of it.
You got any food?
No.
Well, if you're so smart, and you're so rich, how come we ain't eating?
I just can't believe that a fella would worry about food. You gotta remember what the good book says. 2 Genesis 7:11. The Lord's gonna give to them that's gonna get it.
2 Genesis?
Why, if I can't spread more grub in front of you just quick as a lick, Then I'll stand up and I'll say my name ain't Slick Silver. You say you can paint signs, boy? Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, well, I'll get to the other side now.
No, don't worry about that. Strummer, with a sign like that, it's gonna be worth $50 of the finest food that you ever ate.
Yeah, well, I don't see how this is gonna get us.
Strummer, if I could pass my blood test, I'd marry you.
I ain't so sure I want to marry you.
Oh, hell. Get in the truck.
When tears come down like falling rain, you'll toss around and call my name, but you're cheating.
That ain't it,
That's the way it goes.
That ain't it.
I tell you, I know the
That
song.
ain't it.
All
You
right.
ain't known a song we've sung yet, and I don't see any reason for you to sit there and say you know you're cheating hard.
All right, we'll try it again. You're cheating hard. Well, tell on you. You'll toss and turn the whole night through. But what's the matter?
There it is. You get ready to catch the gate. Excuse me for interrupting your work, but we was just passing down the highway there and noticed all those chickens out in the back. We're from the Texas A&M Poultry Experiment Station.
What you want from me?
Well, ma'am, I'm afraid I got some bad news for you. We've had some reports that there's a dread epidemic in these parts of isohemorrhoidosis.
I ain't never had no hemorrhoids.
Oh, no, ma'am. We're talking about chicken disease.
Is that anything like the pip? Back in '62, all my chickens got the pip. I lost every one of them. That's how it was in '62.
Yes, ma'am, it's like the pip, except worse. Spreads like wildfire. Why, every one of those nice, beautiful, young little hens could be dying of this dread disease. Suffering from the very day that they hatched out their tiny little eggs.
Well, they don't look no different.
Oh, no, ma'am. You can't tell without doing some experimenting on them. Why, ma'am, with no service charge to you, and as a representative of the state of Texas, I'm going to do some experimenting on those chickens, and I'm going to take the diseased ones to the lab. And who knows, ma'am, you might even get an award from the state for helping us stop this epidemic.
Well, they're back there in the coop.
I gotta hand it to you. You sure did fool that woman. Makes me kind of sad, though, to think we might get to the next town and split up. I suppose there ain't no way you and me might stick together a little longer, or just say till I get some pointers.
I don't see why not, Strummer. You know, Strummer, I'm going to teach you more than just staying alive. I'm going to teach you how to live. I remember one time, Strummer, when we pulled off the chicken epidemic, went right next door and pulled off the bean epidemic, then went right down the street and pulled off the potato plague, and that night spread the finest 5-course meal that you ever did see.
I can believe it.
Hell, I remember at one time where I took an 18-year-old farmer's daughter, entered her in an international beauty contest, kept her 4 days.
4 days? Didn't you get into trouble?
Hell no. Just told her she won first place and gave her a trophy and took her home.
Slick, I ain't questioning your skill. Only, how many times you been in jail?
Strummer is just like everything else I told you. Only when I want to be.
Well, shoot, that's local. Ain't nobody wants to go to jail if he can help it.
Now, let me give you, for instance, Wichita. One time I was in Wichita and I had a buddy of mine in jail, and I wanted to see him. So I just sneaked into jail and went way back past where all those cells were. Then I tried to sneak out.
Well, that don't make no sense at all.
Yes, it does. You see, the jailer caught me, threw me in the cell right next to my buddy. I talked to him half the night. Next morning, they found out it was a mistake, and I was the first person to ever be thrown out of jail. No, I tell you, Strummer, there's something you gotta remember. And it's just what the old American philosopher once said, Benedict Arnold. You can be nobody, nowhere, none of the time, or you can be somebody, somewhere, all the time. And that's right. I tell you, Strummer, you gotta listen to the man. The whole world is out there waiting for us. Just like them girls at the chicken farm down at the grain. Confidence, Strummer. It takes confidence. Why, a man could walk on water! Hold on, Slick! I'm coming! I got you!
My clothes are hanging back there wet.
Yeah, you're into it now, Slim.
Your drawers blew plumb off of you, huh?
Yes, sir. I believe I can explain that. You see, my friend here's got the itch.
Got the what?
The itch. He put on some clothes that had some little tiny bugs in them, and he got the itching so bad he couldn't hardly breathe. We was just heading for the hospital.
Yeah, well, better tell your friend
Yes,
to
sir,
step
but
out
I
of the
don't
truck.
believe it.
Morning!
You want to step out of the truck? Can I see your driver's license?
Yes.
You got one, ain't you?
Yes, it's here somewhere.
Well, come on, come on. You don't suppose that's catching, do you?
I mean,
Well, what do you suppose it is?
I believe they call it the crabs or something like that. While y'all washing up, we'll head on into town and take them to the hospital.
Yeah, y'all go on.
look expensive.
Come on, dummy. I got a fireman's credit card.
I didn't know you was a fireman.
Ooh.
Slick, I ain't even awake yet. Besides, I thought you said you had a fireman's credit card.
I do, you dum-dum. Good for any fire escape in Texas. Come on, let's go. Come on, move it. This credit card's got an expiration date. Come on, Strummer. Let's get it, come on, get out. Move, move.
I'm moving as fast as I can.
I gotta tell you, I get an uneasy feeling when I get near a big city.
Now, why's that?
I don't know, I just don't feel right. I feel out of place. I don't know what to say, what to do.
I don't know what to do anyway. Yeah, we have two big reds and we went by.
Give me a half pound of hang down.
There ain't no difference in city folks and country folks, Strummer. Except city folks are dumber.
Yeah, well, I feel country when I come to the city.
And you look country.
When ain't neither one of us got no decent clothes. Hell, just look at us. It's no wonder.
Clothes ain't no problem, Strummer. All I gotta know is your clothes size. I'll tell you what you do. You just pull that old piece of tinfoil up behind this building.
I don't even want to ask what you've got in mind.
I'll tell you this much. I sure am sorry I told you about my sign painting. Shoot, we're gonna get in trouble if we keep on doing this.
Instead of fussing, why don't you think about the new duds we're gonna get from that piece of work?
What duds? Copping a couple of chickens is one thing. Conning new clothes is something else again.
You just load up a truck. I'm gonna put you in some of the prettiest clothes in this town, and it ain't gonna cost you 1 cent. There it is. Pull over here. Oh, I know a house that has quality.
You ain't planning on breaking and entering, are you? I mean, I ain't interested in
What
no
do you
felon.
think I am? Common crook? Hell, Strummer. We ain't gonna steal nothing. They're gonna give it to us.
Yes?
Evening, ma'am. Hope you don't mind if we take a few minutes at a time.
What is it?
Me and my partner are students out at the local theological seminary at the junior college. And we're just trying to earn us enough money so as we can go throughout the world teaching the word.
I go to church every Sunday.
Yes, ma'am, but you see, we're trying to start us a new business, a dry cleaning establishment.
And how can I help you?
Well, ma'am, we've got a special deal for the folks in this community. We'd like to do your first load of clothes free, and if you like our work, then we'd like the chance to do the rest of your business.
What's the name of your company?
Well, ma'am, it's written out there on the side of that truck. We'd just like the opportunity to show you what we can do.
I'll bet you would.
Ma'am?
Can I interest you in a little drink?
Well, ma'am, I'd like to, but what about my partner out there?
Can't he wait? He looks like he's a big boy now.
Well, yes, ma'am, except I sure hate to see him sitting out there alone.
Tell you what, I'll let you take the clothes if you'll come in a while.
Yes, ma'am, I think I will.
These drummers, ain't nothing to it. You just leave it up to me, especially when we're dealing with women.
Yeah, but there's only one trouble. Them's all suits and dresses. Ain't no shirts or nothing.
There you go, wearing again. You just leave it up to me. I'll get you shirts. I'll get you enough shirts to open you up a shirt shop.
You better be glad this big mother didn't come home while you was in there.
Holy lizard shit.
There's one.
Yeah, sure is.
What size shirt you wear?
One big enough to fit me.
All right, you get around over here. I'm going in. Howdy, ma'am.
the clothes we're ever gonna need. What we need now is a little change for the pockets.
Now, you just hold on a second, Strummer. When I first picked you up, you wasn't nothing but a hitchhiker. Now you got clothes. For the first time in your life, you're headed somewhere.
Well, don't get riled up. I didn't mean nothing.
Hell, if I were to come up with $1 million, you wouldn't do nothing but sit around and worry about how you was gonna spend it. Come on, Strummer. I want to show you how the pros do it. Have a couple of cooling, please.
Here.
Guess you can drink whatever comes up on the counter. Hi, honey, how you doing? Doing pretty good. We've been out roaming up in the town all day long. 4, 5 of them dead. Got some cash. I got some money, too, if that's what it takes. Just keep in mind, I got the money, not my partner. He works for me. Well, I think we can probably work something out. Now, let me tell you something here about the picking-up truck out in the front. The picking-up truck happens to belong to me, too. We left the Cadillac out at the airport. We were out there trying to meet the Learjet. It's got a blue Learjet supposed to be flying in. The Big Daddy's on the Learjet.
I got $250 right here.
Big Daddy has to be on the Learjet.
1, 2, 50. It says you won't do it.
Well, I don't need money that bad.
I'll bet $250 that there ain't a man in Texas who'd do it. It's strictly for them Yankee college kids.
Excuse me, sir.
What do you want, Buck?
You always in the habit of interrupting people?
No, sir. No, sir. It's just that I couldn't help overhearing what you said about streaking and about Texas.
So?
Well, you see, I'd like to have a little piece of that action. I believe I know a Texan will do it anywhere you want for $250.
Man, you plumb loco. What the hell are you? One of them Texas Aggies?
No, sir, but if you meant what you said...
You mean you know a man that would go streaking down Wilkinson's, shopping center?
You mean to tell us you know a guy who'll go bare-ass naked through the big tent meeting and through the park on picnic Sunday?
Yeah.
All 3 of them now. $300. Says that man don't exist.
Hey, Slick, some gentlemen want to meet you. Now, let me get this straight. We get the $300 just as long as he streaks in them 3 places you mentioned.
That's right. I hold his $300 and I'm going to hold his clothes.
Right.
Can I wear my boots and my hat?
Oh, of course.
Wish we had time to ride some escalators.
You sure don't sound worried. I'm sitting here naked.
I ain't worried about nothing. Except how we're going to spend that $300.
Look at the size of that shopping center.
Pull around this corner. Let's get this thing over with.
Looks like a hell of a way to make a living to me.
Yeah, but Slick, just think, $300 and only 2 minutes of work.
Okay.
$100, $200, $250, $300.
Thank you, gentlemen.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Ghost.
According to the statutes of the state of Texas, it's against the law to run through the streets naked. Say, how much money did you get out of that boy?
$300, you judgeship. But I had on my boots and my hat.
Why don't you know it's still against the law to run through the streets naked? I have to find you guilty. And I assess a fine of $300 including cost. And this case is closed.
Boy, I ain't never been this rich. It's just like in a picture show, ain't it? I don't care. You've been in jail. You're still my friend.
I couldn't have done it without you, Strummer. Except I ain't never been in jail. I just sort of been a prisoner. Tell you what, though, we're going to change professions.
Now, how come? I thought we was doing real good.
Yeah, we are doing good, except we're going to pay it all out in court calls. Take a look ahead. Opportunity has done knocked again. We're going to stop and help us another fella human being. Howdy. Looks like you got a flat there, huh, mister?
Blessed are they with the gift of observation.
I didn't mean no harm. It's just my mama and papa taught me that when I found a man in distress, I better stop and see if I can give him a hand.
Please to accept my apologies for my rudeness. I must confess I'm a bit out of sorts today.
I can see that. Let me give you a hand with that.
Please do forgive my rudeness. This hasn't been one of my better days.
There ain't nothing to forgive. You know, it just dawned on me, we haven't even introduced ourselves. I'm Mr. D.O. Untoodles, spelled with 2 O's, and this here's my prophet, Mr. Goldenstring.
You mean you're men of the cloth?
Yeah, you might say that. We're just traveling around trying to do the work of the Lord.
Well, this is a coincidence. I'm the Reverend Jeremiah Cornwitty. In fact, I'm on my way to preach in Mahia.
Mahia?
Yeah.
Well, we might just team up and do the work of the Lord together.
Well, that's an interesting idea, but I'm afraid it's impossible. See, I'm the guest preacher in their little church there.
You mean they ain't got no preacher in Mahia?
Well, yeah, but a kind of tragic thing happened. Seems he and the 16-year-old daughter of the organist have disappeared.
Yeah, that's sad. That's really sad.
Well, I think things will work out. In the meantime, the Council of Churches has sent me over here.
Wait a minute, Reverend. You mean to tell me that they ain't never heard nor seen of you, and you ain't never heard nor seen of them?
Yeah, but that shouldn't seem so unusual to traveling evangelists like yourself.
Well, of course not. We're just, sort of freelance evangelists, you know, still doing the work of the Lord.
True.
Tell me something, Reverend, just, kind of out of professional interest. How much does a church, say, the size of this one in Mahia pay a preacher like you that's all hooked up with this, council of churches?
Well, really, you know, services of the Lord, we don't pay much attention to the financial aspect of the thing.
Yeah?
Of course, we do have to make a living.
Yeah.
I usually get 50% of the offering, 80% of the baptism and marriage, and 100% of the funerals. And healing, I have my own deal on that. Some are more difficult than others, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I sure do appreciate you two fellas here helping me. You know, the last time someone stopped to help me, they ended up robbing me and tying me to a tree.
Shoot.
Here it comes. Would you please be seated? I would like to thank you for your generous contribution this morning. The deacons told me that it was a record of $164. Needless to say, I'm going to use my meager sum of $84 just to get me down the road to another troubled church so that I might help some more fellow Christians. I have chosen for my topic this morning the subject of sin and corruption, which I am sure you're all familiar with. For it is written in 2 Lucius 4:16, as the sun shone over the mountains, and the Lord spoke to Nehemiah and Jobi, Jobi, get thine hands off of her. Sin and corruption. That's what's wrong with the country today. Whores and souls and skin and gin. If a Christian tries them, he just can't win. And I might add that marriage is one of the most beautiful institutions in the whole world. Because of this, I only charge half the price that other preachers charge. Blood test is not required,
because no place in the Holy Word can I find where it's even required that a person needs blood to get married. The words joined together. Let no man put with another. I might also add, even though none of our brethren have passed away during the past week, this could happen while the traveling preacher is away. And so, for just $5.85, cash, check, or money order, I will send to you one of the Reverend Silver's do-it-yourself funeralizing books, showing you all of the recent methods and chants and songs and hymns. Just think what a blessing that would be during your time of bereavement. Confusion, confusion, and illicit fornication. All of these sins and devils can be cast out. Why, only last night a man came to me with the foot swells, and today he's wearing ordinary shoes. 2 nights ago, a man came to see me that has spent 5 years in the penitentiary for contortion. Did you come to be healed?
Healed? Oh, healed? Yes, sir, that's it. I gotta get healed.
You come down the aisle, and now I'm going to heal you in front of all these people. What happened? He got away. Lord, cast out the devils and heal this man. He did what?
I can feel it, Lord. I can feel the Holy Spirit.
He got away. Gotta get out of here, sleep. He's a-coming. We can't. I ain't even got the money yet. Hallelujah! I heal this man. Praise the Lord.
Come on, Slick. Come on. There ain't no time for that now.
Hold on, man. Hold on. Hold on. Get out. Hold on.
There I was, $82 in my hand, and all you had to do was watch a preacher tied to a tree. Can't you do nothing?
Shoot, I just want to let him stretch a little.
Yeah, you let him stretch, all right. Stretched right out of his ropes.
Well, I didn't know he was going to do that. It looked like he was just relaxing, and then he pushed me down the hill and took off in his car. If that tire hadn't been flat, I never would outrun him.
Flat? Well, I guess we'll have to sit out underneath this bridge till the heat blows over. I really had a good thing going. Another Billy Graham in the making.
Yeah. Well, I guess I really messed it up. You want me to leave? I'll go if you want me to.
No, Strummer. I guess a man's got to overlook a friend's mistake every now and then. Who knows, Strummer? We may start franchising out streakers, setting up tents, franchising out faith healers, doing anything anybody wants.
Yeah, but that takes money, too.
And we'll get the money. I got a plan, Strummer, that I've been working on. I'm gonna find me a rich girl, and I'm gonna latch on to her.
You're gonna marry a rich woman?
Nobody said anything about marrying. Hell, if you're smart, you don't have to marry them.
Yeah? Well, what kind of sign are we gonna paint on this pickup this time? Texas A&M Women Experimenting Station?
You never learn, do you, Strummer? I got all the clothes we needed. You got a pocket full of money. And with the plan that I got formulated,
we're gonna get us one of them big Cadillac cars. You hurt, boy?
Tremaine, boy. It's Leon. You got any insurance?
Hell, I can't afford any insurance.
Well, I guess I ain't hurt so bad then.
Let's go, Strummer.
Oh, we can't just leave him like that with tracks all over his clothes and a busted-in suitcase.
That's right. Now, you're gonna have to pay me for them expensive duds there, buddy.
How much you think they're worth?
About $500.
$500? That's highway robbery.
No. That's just cost of hit and run insurance.
Tell you what I'll do. I'll give you $5.
Sleep. Come here.
Yeah, we got the clothes. Give you $500 twice.
You must be jiving.
No. See, me and my friends, we're just out touring around the country, getting ready to head to the next big city and pick us up a brand new Cadillac.
Yeah, that's right. You drive us around, dress up our act a little bit, we'll give you $1,000.
Yeah. I would crack his skull to get it, wouldn't I?
No. No. Tell you what. You just put on these. And this here hat that we got off our colonel's wife in the last town we was in. You take me to the Cadillac company, and I'll meet you and Strummer at the railroad yard in 15 minutes.
All right. But you best not be shitting me.
Want us to wrap this one up?
Yeah, well, sort of. I'd have to have it painted, though. I already got 2 gold ones at home.
Not from around these parts, are you, sir?
Well, I am now. Just moved here. I guess you know Montgomery Hardware down the road.
Why, sure. Everybody in town knows Montgomery's Hardware. Been here since 1882.
Yeah? He gave me a call on the phone today. Said he wanted me to come down here and help him with this hardware business. I guess you know that he's opening up an office in Dallas and Houston.
Why, I never thought... You know, I see him every week at Rotary Club, and I said to myself a long time ago, there's a man who is wasting his time in this town.
Yeah? He called me on the phone, told me he wanted me to get down here quick as I could. Says that I got the money and he's got all the business know-how. And he says with determination like that, we might just take over this hardware business all throughout the country. So I just jumped on my company jet and hopped right down here. Darn it, but didn't leave me without wheels. Say, you don't reckon you could let us test drive this car for a couple of days, do you?
Why, sure we can.
You know, any kin of Mr. Montgomery's is a kin of mine. And listen, if there's anything else I can do for you, you let me know.
Yeah, there's one thing. You don't reckon you could fill this car full of gas and charge it to Slick Montgomery Silver the Fourth?
Why, sure I can.
My God!
Look at the size of that house. That must be one of the biggest houses in the state of Texas.
Yeah. But do you see that yellow hammer on the porch, man?
Excuse me, ma'am. I just flew into town on my personalized jet, had my chauffeur pick me up in my new shiny gold Cadillac. I was supposed to have met a gentleman in this neighborhood on business, Mr. Cawthorn, who I presume lived out here. You wouldn't happen to know the man, would you?
Why, no, I don't.
Well,
However,
I understand how that is, ma'am, living out here in this big, fine, fancy part of town.
But I don't.
Why, I wouldn't even know my own neighbors, except in their estate just joined mine. They're even coming over all the time playing golf on my own golf course, or I probably wouldn't even know them at all.
But I don't even...
You know, ma'am, you remind me exactly of Velvet Sue Pringle. She was one of the prettiest girls that I ever did know
But
in
if
my
I could
life.
just...
It just dawned on me that I hadn't even introduced myself. Mr. Slick Silvers, the Denver Silvers, you know.
Well, I'm Morning Glory.
Very glad to know you, Miss Glory. Morning Glory. That's just the prettiest name that I ever have heard in my life. But of course, it also fits the prettiest girl that I ever seen in my life, too. You know, I'm not going to take no for an answer. I'm going to put you in that shiny, new, chauffeured gold Cadillac, and you're going to show me the sights of town.
Well, why not?
Boys, this here's Miss Glory. Formal introductions later. Right now, we want to get out to the airport and check on that jet.
Right, boss.
You mean you really have a jet plane?
Biggest old jet you ever did see. He's not only got a blue one, he's got a white one.
When you meet a pretty girl, tell her lies and feed her candy. Make very sure that she thinks you are a super dandy. Ripped dry suits, patent leather shoes. You're on your way to the high rolling blues.
Strummer, tell Neon to pull into this here bank. I think I'll just buy it.
Neon, pull into this here bank. Mr. Silver's gonna buy it.
Bought lots of riverbanks before, but never bought one with any money in it.
Tell her lies, feed her candy.
Hand me that sock full of $100 bills and we'll just tip this here pretty auto teller. Drummer, tell Neon to chauffeur us to the freight yard. I want to see if the supplies for our new plant have arrived.
Right, boss. Neon, chauffeur us to the freight yard. I want to see if the supplies for our new plant have arrived.
One, two. That ain't one of them, Strummer.
Looking like
Well, it's not. Now, 3, 4, these next 2, 5, 6,
7, that ain't one.
Right.
No, it's 8. 8. 9. That ain't one there. 10. That last one ain't one of them. We're 2 cars short again. Now you tell me how in the hell we're gonna start a manufacturing company here if we're 2 cars short. I want you to get on the phone. I want you to have it airlifted, and I want it here first thing in the morning.
Right.
Slick, have you ever been married?
No, but I thought of it once. This gal lived in New York, daughter of a camel jockey. You know, Chic. Yeah, I met her one time when I was in Saudi Arabia. Boy, that girl had class. I mean, real class. Guess it would have worked out if she could have spoke English.
You mean you were going to marry somebody who didn't even speak English? How did you communicate?
Well, I guess that's just the way with love. How about yourself? You ever been married? Didn't it work out?
Lasted 3 months and my parents had it annulled. One of those teenage marriages. I haven't thought much about it since then. I guess I spend most of the time thinking about how to get out of this town.
Morning, that's exactly where I'm gonna fit in your life. I'm gonna show you more world than you ever dreamed about. And we're sure gonna make a good pair together. With Neon driving and Strummer flying us around the country, we're sure gonna see a lot of world.
But Slick, marriage scares the hell out of me.
Nobody said anything about marrying. We'll just try it out and who knows, maybe it'll work. We are gonna make one of the greatest teams. Your land and your cattle and my old musty trust funds. Damn those guys.
Neon, take us to the finest restaurant in town.
I think I'll take a Chateau Dragoon.
Fried chicken sure would be nice. I'll meet you.
And a vintage glass of beer for the lady.
Hi, honey. Hey, doll, it's me, Greg.
Yes, Greg, I'm busy now.
Hey, lad, I think she wants you to shove off.
Who is this
Claude? Do you know who I am?
This here is Mr. Slick Montgomery Silver IV, sir.
Yeah, and I'm Nelson Rockefeller.
Oh, that's disgusting.
There ain't no watermelon on this menu.
Now, that's disgusting.
And that happens to be my personal chauffeur.
I thought it was
I
General
think he's
Westmore.
trying to insult us.
Morning. Your friend has a quick mind.
Greg, would you leave?
A man don't say that where I come from.
And there ain't no chitlins on here neither.
Oh, boy. Where did you get these guys? From some mail-order evangelist in Del Rio?
Greg, I won't stand for any more of this.
Barb, we're gonna have to teach this man a lesson.
Not me.
No, Slick, no, no.
motel. Let's get cleaned up. Get all them clothes out of the trunk. We're gonna need them.
Hey, Slick, we're in trouble. There's a cop.
We got only one chance. Morning! Help Stormer get in these clothes and paint his face.
But Slick.
Get out of these here women's studs.
Stay here and check on the rail cars. See you back in 15 minutes.
Right on, boss.
Pull up over here. I'll be right back.
Wait a minute. Is this your house?
You're gonna give me away, aren't you? Aren't you?
Just what are you trying to pull?
I've been poor all my life, Leon. A rich man like Slick only comes along
Oh,
with...
come on. Who are you kidding? You don't really believe all that stuff, do you?
Stuff?
My Slick is just a bag of hot air.
You mean...
Yeah.
Oh, that phony bastard. To think I believed all that. Gonna show you the world, morning. Neon driving, strummer flying. It's you and me and my musty old trust fund. Mr. Slick Montgomery Silver.
It's not the end of the
That
world.
lying bastard!
Did you hear me?
What?
I said it's not the end of the world.
What do you mean?
The sock. The money in the glove compartment.
But Strummer has the key.
So we break the lock.
I'll get my things.
Hey, remember, when we get to Dallas, I'll give you the money, but I'm keeping this Cadillac.
About 6 o'clock.
Wonder where they are. You don't suppose something happened to them? You don't suppose Neon run off with her, do you?
You think he'd do that? You think he'd really do that? Come on, Summer.
When the money gets heavy, old Devil Greed steps in. The girl split with Neon, Slick and Strummer's new friend. They took off for Dallas to spend all the cash, returning poor Slick and Strummer again to poor white trash. The moral of this story is simple to learn. Don't tempt a pretty girl with money to
But, ma'am, she lives here. I swear she does. I was driving a big gold Cadillac, and all the neighbors were watching. She lives here, ma'am. I swear.
I think you're confused, young man. I do remember the car being out front yesterday, and there was a girl here, but she was inquiring for a job as a maid.
No, ma'am. She lives here. I swear she does. And you're in the oil and gas business. Please, ma'am. Say it's so.
I don't understand. I wish I could. My husband's in hardware. Montgomery's Hardware. Maybe you've heard of him.
Come on, Slick, a beer will do you good. Sitting on my hat.
Is that your hat?
That's my hat.
Just can't believe it. Think we was taken by a couple of common crooks. Strummer, we gotta resort to something else. They call it a hard day's work.
We ain't gotta do nothing rash. I saved the money.
What?
You told me to take good care of it, and that's what I done.
You mean all they got was a borrowed car?
That's right. And a sock full of newspapers.
Strummer, with this money, we're gonna start us a new business.
Now, hold on now. I ain't gonna go cheating no more black folks. And I ain't running naked, neither.
Them days are over, old buddy. We're gonna go into the iron and steel business.
And I ain't gonna steal nothing from nobody, neither. And I'm sure as hell not gonna take in no ironing.
Steel and iron business. Strummer, you just ain't gonna believe what lies in store for us tomorrow.
I can't hardly wait.
Bet you never thought you'd see me again. Kind of struck it rich since I left here. Kind of thought that me and my vice president might kind of get to run this here yard. Been all over the country dealing now in oil, cattle, natural gas, and who knows what's going to happen next. Come in here. Hey! That's my truck!
Yes, sir. That's the way I repossess a carburetor.
My dogs are killing me. When are we gonna get a ride here? Cars going by us one right after the other.
You'd bellyache if we was riding in the back of a hearse. What's wrong with you?
I'd take a hearse right now.
I'm glad that car didn't pick us up. Them folks look poor.
Yeah, well, I had enough poor folks.
You gotta be particular who you ride with.
Well, I know, but I'm getting a little tired of being poor.
Here comes a truck that's slowing down.
Fertilizer. We'll go in the fertilizer business. We got the machinery right here.